Welcome to our lecture online. Now let's take a look at the wave equation, but not the 1D wave equation, the 3D wave equation. Now here's the general form of that equation. Instead of only depending upon the x direction, it will also depend on the y, the z direction, as well as time. The rest of it looks exactly the same as the 1D equation. Now we're trying to find the solution for that equation. We'll call it u, which is a function of x, y, z, and t. So we're going to again represent it by u being a function of p, where p will take on this form, lx plus my plus nz plus qt, where l, m, n, and q are, at least at this point, random or arbitrary constants. Of course, they're not quite as arbitrary as we would like them to be, or maybe not that we'd like them to be. I think we want them to be specific constants. We'll get into that in just a moment. But let's go back to what we've learned so far. Here we have a general form of the second order partial differential equation. Notice we have constants a, b, and c. And if we then write this into this format, because again, we assumed that we had u as being a function of p, where p was equal to ax plus by in general. So using that format, we can write the solution to the differential equation in this form. So we had a, b, and c right here. We have a squared, b squared, and then a times b for the middle term. Now, what we're going to do here is say, well, if this times the derivative, or the second derivative with respect to p of the function of p equal to 0, that means either this is 0 or that is 0. And of course, if this part is 0, then we don't have a meaningful solution. So therefore, this must equal 0. Then we go ahead and write that as equal to 0. We divide both sides by a squared, and we end up with this form of the equation. Of course, this should be a b. Let's make that a better looking b here. And notice we then let lambda being equal to b over a, we now have what we call our characteristic equation, where a, b, and c are the constants of each of the terms in our partial differential equation. And this, of course, becomes what we call the characteristic equation. So we want to take the same approach with our 3D wave equation, where we go ahead and we find the solution for u, where p is equal to lx, my, nz plus qt. And then we're going to put it in this general form, just like we did over here. And then we realize that when this equals 0, this whole thing here must equal 0. So we take this and set it equal to 0. Now we understand that the constants here, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1, c is equal to 1, and d is equal to minus 1 over c squared. So when we replace a, b, c, and d of that equation, a is 1, b is 1, c is 1, and d is negative 1 over c squared. So that becomes, the equation then becomes like this. We move this term over to the right side, and then we make one more approximation. We're going to let q equals plus or minus c. Now we can do that arbitrarily. It doesn't really matter. Remember that L, M, and N are all constants, as well as q as being a constant. And in order to be able to relate them to one another, we're simply going to say, let's set q equal to some known constant, plus or minus c, and then we'll try to find the values for L, M, and N in terms of that one constant. If we do that, then q over c become equal to 1, and L squared plus m squared plus n squared equals 1. And this is a good start for us to try to solve for the solution to the 3D wave equation. So now we have some meaningful relationship of the three constants in our function of p in relation to q. And now let's see what happens on our next video when we come up with the solution of this 3D wave equation. And that's how we do that.